Marcus Aurelius says that no matter what's happening in the world, no matter what other people are doing to us, we always have this superpower. We always have the power to have no opinion. We don't have to decide that it's good or bad. We don't have to decide that it's urgent or not. We don't have to decide anything about it all. We don't have to think anything about it at all. You can just let it go. You can let it pass by. You don't have to figure it out. You don't have to have a hot take on it. Just let the weather be the weather. This political situation be that political situation. It doesn't have to be good or bad. We don't have to have an opinion about everything. In one of my first reads of Meditations, I noted that Marcus says, can only ruin your life if it ruins your character. The idea that success wasn't whether you made money, whether you got what you wanted, it's whether you protected your character. Right? Jesus says, what good is gaining the whole world if you lose your soul? And we can imagine Marcus struggling with this as the emperor of Rome. It doesn't matter how many buildings he builds or what lands he conquers. To him, it matters if he is a good person or not. I remember shortly after I read Meditations for the first time, I had to get on a flight. I was in a middle seat on this long cross-country flight, and I was next to someone who was jostling for the armrest. The person in front of me reclined back. It was just one of those unpleasant experiences in modern travel. But I thought back to one of my favorite passages in Meditations where Marcus talks about being next to a smelly person. He says, yeah, it's awful. You can say something to them if you want, but if you're not gonna say something, then you just have to bear it. No amount of gritting your teeth or silently resenting them is going to change this. Stewing doesn't help them or you. Being miserable doesn't help them or you. You're just gonna carry this nastiness with you when you go. And so I think Marcus would have dealt with the same kinds of inconveniences and annoyances as all of us, even if his life was more sheltered than most of ours. But he reminded himself that this is what life entails. And you either say something about it or you gotta get comfortable putting up with it. One of Marcus Aurelius' most brilliant rhetorical questions is this. He says, is a world without shameless people possible? The answer is, of course, no. And he says, okay, so you've met one of them, right? This person that you meet, they're one of those people. You know that it's impossible for the world to exist without them. You know inevitably, statistically, you will run into one of them. That's it. He says, reminding yourself that this person is one of a certain number helps you not get so upset about it, not be so surprised by it, and most of all, not despair by it. Most people are the opposite of that person. And I think for the word shameless, we can plug in all sorts of things. People who lie, people who steal, people who cheat, people who do all the things that we don't like. A certain percentage of them are always going to exist and always have existed. And better yet, when we remind ourselves still that they are the minority, we can find a way to categorize them, accept them, and then move on.